Okay, from the. Okay, well, stand up and join me for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We'll move right along to good news, and we don't have anything for this month. I'm assuming someone can disclose it. We'll move on to reports, superintendent's report.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, just a couple of items for you today. Mainly, I just had a chance to drive by West Elementary and look at the parking lot. There's some concern that may not be completed in time. Mainly because the city's also working on a project on that street, so we'll keep pressing forward with it as quickly as we can, but Scott, did you have anything to add with that?
Parking lots will start on Friday with the junior high. They will go to East on Monday and West will get wrapped up Tuesday, Wednesday. So the bigger issue is what Mr. Gilbert just pointed out is the city's project. I haven't inquired, but they're pressing along, they're doing a lot, but they are also missing parts. So at some point, they're gonna either get parts and continue to press, or they're gonna kind of stall out. So.
And then over at Bennett, you hopefully have had a chance to see the temporary building we moved into that area of the community school. And you know, I read a letter to the editors, or it was last week, from one of our former teachers making a comment about it. And I just would like to hopefully refresh everybody's memory that we had two temporary buildings in that basic same location several years ago. So it's not something new, but that's not a new temporary building. It's one we moved from the high school. So those are kind of the updates that we have with things going on in the district. We do have a update on our negotiations. We did come to a tentative agreement today with the association. So we will hopefully have those items ready to go for a board meeting. We're gonna have to do a special board meeting once the association ratifies that to get our contracts out, and we're continuing to hire right now. And so if you know any special ed teachers that are looking for work, we would gladly take their services. So that's all I have for this month. So happy to answer any questions if you have.
I got a question with the street work. Are they tearing the streets up over there by West?
Yes, so they are replacing the
Those asbestos
water
pipes.
line, so
Yeah.
that. When it's all done, they'll pull all the asphalt off and repave that entire road is how I understand it.
How's that gonna affect our people getting into in and out of the building?
Oh, that's the question.
Yeah, that is the question.
It could be interesting.
We'll make it work.
Classroom, are we gonna paint, is it vinyl siding or wood?
It's wood,
It's wood, it's not currently on the schedule for paint.
yeah, but it's something that I would recommend we do. Yeah,
Make it more like the building.
make it so that it doesn't stick out as much. Add that to your list.
Alright, any other questions for Ken? Okay, board trustee, public engagement, anybody have anything to report? Okay, do we have anybody signed up, Albert?
Well, I need this.
Okay. This one?
Hey, Don.
Thank you.
There it is. When you said.
Whatever you wanted.
Okay. I'm just here on behalf of the Mountain Home Lions Club. We were able to do our Mountain Home Triathlon, for the youth again this year. And we want to thank the district kindly for allowing us to do that over by the junior high on the track, on the field behind the school, and then around the bus area. We want to thank Scott greatly for all of his help with getting all of that done and helping us out in answering all of our questions and getting things for us. So we appreciate that. We also want to thank Nikki Cruiser. She let us borrow all of her cones, orange cones. They were the coolest thing, they flip up. So yeah, that greatly helped us out as well. We did do a littles course this year where we started from 3 to 5-year-olds, doing a small miniature course, and then we did the 6 to 18-year-olds. Our oldest ones that came were 15, but you never know, we might still get some 18-year-olds that'll come in and want to join us. So we do, we run the track. And then we do biking over in the bus area. And then because we don't have a pool, and because it's such a great area, we've decided to stick with that area, even though we do have a pool now. So we're hoping to do it again there next year. But we are looking, or we did a water obstacle course for the older kids, and then we had the fire trucks there spraying water for the kids. And so the kids seemed to really enjoy it and had a good time. We doubled our number this year, and we have a little over $2,000 that we are going to do a youth scholarship. I know I've already talked to Mr. Gilbert about this, doing a youth scholarship for kids that not only for sports, but for drama or art or music, they're not able to get an instrument, they're not able to get something. We have a scholarship that we're getting out. We're just getting ready to take that to our board tomorrow to get the form approved. And once it's approved, I will send it off to James, and then he can send it off to principals to get out to students that need some help. But it was a great experience, had lots of kids there, lots of parents there, and it was fun. And
What was the date of it?
it was May 31st, it was the last day of May. Yeah, and it was that hot day. We did it in August the year before school started, and it was warm then. We were a little worried about doing it in May, but then it ended up being hot. So we're hoping to do it in May again after May, after graduation again. So hopefully you'll see our paperwork coming through soon, and we'll get that started for next year.
Maybe get on a seniors category for us.
Well, we've got lots of volunteer spots. You can run with the kids and all. We did have parents that said, hey, can we do it? But we're doing it for the youth.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's just such an attitude.
Right. Well, and it's kind of fun because some of the kids go, hey, did you do our ice bringers? Yeah, we did those too. So, so it's fun for the kids to see us in different ways as well.
Very nice. Appreciate this.
All right, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
You guys, what you guys? You said the other one was a miss sign?
I signed everything.
He's covered all the bases.
Scott, would you like fried Indian?
Yeah, why not say something?
I'm good.
All right, at this time, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Good. Consent agenda items, if anybody wants anything pulled out, take a motion to approve that.
I so move.
Second. Okay, sorry, on the budget hearing of June 17th, the, sorry. Adjournment says terrible abbreviating on it.
Oh.
So, minor thing, but.
Old habits. The budget here.
Yes, on the special budget hearing, special board meeting budget hearing. I think she fixed it, because the one I'm looking at in the drive says.
And I'm like,
Chairman, they need to close the budget hearing at 6:23. Unless it's, oh no, there, okay, I see.
yeah, she had very long.
I see it, yeah, under the adjournment, but, okay. So with that fix. Take a motion to approve consent agenda.
With the correction.
Yeah, anyone correction, I'll move. Approve that with the correction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Fine. We have no delegation. No unfinished business, new business. Resolution 2601, authorization for superintendent to apply for Title 8 Public Law 103-32 funds.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, resolution 2601 is the board approval for us to apply for impact aid. So I would ask for your approval of resolution 2601.
Well, questions, don't use impact aid, still gonna do that.
Well, as far as we've been told, yes, for now.
All right, any questions? Make a motion to approve that.
To appoint Superintendent Gilbert.
Yeah, the authorizes for, authorization for someone to apply for it. So, wait a minute, hold on, where are you at?
On the 2601.
Yeah, it doesn't say that, is it supposed to say to appoint him on there?
It's on your second page.
I'm on the second page, it just says authorization for someone for superintendent to apply.
Right, you as a board are appointing James
Yeah.
as your person.
Yeah.
So you're appointing James as your person.
Okay.
In the motion, you appoint James as your person.
Okay. We'll take a motion to authorize and appoint James to apply for the money. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, roll call.
Trustee Knox is absent, so trustee Perez,
Aye.
trustee Donia. Aye. Trustee Vivian Adams,
Aye.
and Mr. Chairman.
Aye. Moving on to resolution number 2602. Authorization to suspend students.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, resolution 2602 is the resolution that will allow delegation to our listed administrators there to suspend students. So if you look at the list, it's typically the district office administrators and then building administrators. And the reason we have the district office folks in there is there's times when those individuals at the building are out of office and one of us may have to go over and suspend a child. So would ask for your approval of resolution 2602, authorization to suspend students, and this is for next school year.
Any questions? All right, then I'll take a motion to authorize the list of our resolution here to suspend student.
Move that they authorize. Approve resolution 2602, authorization to suspend students.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right?
Karen, roll call.
Trustee Perez.
Aye.
I should say trustee Knox is absent. Trustee Nine.
Aye.
Trustee Litigant,
Right?
and Mr. Shannon.
Aye. All right, James, you're up again.
Yes.
Supplemental levy.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, so we've got our supplemental levy with the changes in election dates now. I just wanted to have a discussion on if you would like to see us put the current supplemental levy on the November ballot, which would allow us to have two opportunities to run it. If it should not pass in November, we can run it again in May. If we wait till May and it doesn't pass, then we are stuck without the supplemental. The other discussion is, do we want to continue with the current levy amount that we have? Especially with some of the things we've seen, from the state funding perspective and then from the federal funding perspective as well. So currently we run a 2-year levy at 2.8 million, 2.7 million. We do know that we've got to hold back on our a big chunk of our federal funding right now, about $560,000 that's in limbo. And then from the state end, we're being told to prepare for anything from no holdback to up to 6% holdback, which is about 1.6 million per district. So we have to have the levy information, I believe, the county by, it's in August sometime. I can't tell you the exact date, but we'll have to, we're gonna run the levy in November. We would have to have it ready to go next month.
What is the state federal holdback vote?
Right now, it's, the grand total is about 560,000. That's what is up in the air. It's been allocated, but at this point, it's not being distributed.
We'll put the grants on hold pending, and you will share with the money along with the expenditure along up with the administration's agenda. And the state is saying, the governor's saying, be ready for a holdback in the next budget,
Yep.
and JFAC is saying, expect a 0 increase on the budget. Well, they call maintenance, maintenance budget for next year because of over 140 million. 141 million below what they were expecting to get in for revenue as of June 30 of this year.
The hard part with a November levy is obviously running an election in November. Typically brings more no-goes, but the other issue is we just don't have a very clear economic picture of where we're at. But I am a little nervous just going, if we have one shot at this in May. You know, typically we would have ran it in May, and if we would have run it again, we have the August election. But, you know, I kind of look at it too, is if we run it in November and it doesn't pass, then you know, kind of what we have to do to move it forward too.
So if you do try to do an increase in November, your chances are,
Less smaller, yeah.
which will get out of the way.
Yep.
Well, maybe that's not the right thing to do there. Maybe be cautious on the increase of that.
And we don't have to necessarily, I think, make a decision tonight. We need to make sure we have the date from the county when we have to submit. And, you know, more than anything, just kind of food for thought here to start processing what we want to do. The other thing is, by next month, we may also have a better idea on the federal funding portion of this too. So, you know, if need be, if the date that we have to have everything that county is prior to the August board meeting, we schedule a special board meeting prior to that, just to address something.
Can we put this on the agenda for the, special meeting that we will,
Yeah.
contracted with the, verified?
Yeah.
That way we can get the dates and, have anybody come up with a,
Yeah.
clear mark order if it's going for, a decent idea.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Next up is authorization to dissolve policy committee.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, so our policy committee is currently made up of school staff. We do have a couple of patrons on there. But one of the things we found with the committee is just not a very efficient method of getting policy to all of you. We are not required by code to have a committee. We are required to have the availability to input to anybody, including your staff, on policies. And so I wanted to have a discussion about your thoughts with it, knowing that we've got a lot of policy that's gonna be coming your way that's just a changeover from to the ISBA policies, and realistically trying to have the committee filter all of that is gonna be time prohibitive, let's do a term, so, you know, with any of our policies, we allow written input can come to the board. And so we're not really eliminating anybody's ability to provide input on the policy. It's just trying to eliminate one of the steps going into that. This year, we kind of hit a slowdown in a lot of the policy trying to get it to, so that's why this agenda item is on there. It's just trying to speed that process up. All of our staff, we publish the policies that are up for on the board for that month, and so they have the opportunity to read provided prior to it or coming to the board.
So when it comes up for review, kind of see what this is gonna look like.
Yeah.
So when it comes up for review and a vote and sponsorship for the staff, how far out do they get it? I know that hey, these policies are coming up for review. You guys have any input type of thing?
I think that's one of the things that we look at with this is changing how that operates. So, you know, if we don't have a committee, I think it would be wise that anytime we have policy that we know is coming on the agenda, that we have shared, send out just a general, here's the policies that will be going to the board this month. Get an input, please provide input on it.
We also have it on our webpage under reviews.
Yes.
But it's, admittedly, it's a little hard to find.
Yeah.
So I'll have to figure out a way to make it easier for our patrons to find that particular folder.
Show the perception that we're making this easier. to get
Yes,
to,
absolutely.
Making it more available for.
Yeah.
Staff to contribute or review
Because I think in our current
Yeah.
format with our committee, we really don't get very much input on policies. I think everybody who's on the committee in here will agree with that. So I think,
Jeff has lots of
yeah,
input for policy.
so I think if we dissolve the committee and then have you know, if there's policy that's coming to the board that we know is coming to the board in advance, if we just send that out to staff, then at least they're receiving that direct email that this is what's coming this month.
I think that's important because, as you well know, in the past, that has come up that we have been you know, not so forthright in
Sure.
giving staff, teachers, the input
Yeah.
that they wanna make into a policy.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like, you know, you can put it out there in 5 different ways, and if they don't choose one to become more
Right.
advanced in what they know about that policy, then, you know, it's on everybody's plate. But it's just so that the perception isn't that we're taking that input away. So I think it's a great idea to have Sharon put that out there, that this is what we're looking at coming up.
Yeah.
You need to read it, you need to respond back, you know, that type thing, just so that it's not that age-old criticism years past that we didn't give everybody equal input.
And I would agree with that. Trustee Donahue, I think the current way it is, we have representatives from buildings. But I'll be honest, I don't think there's a lot of policy discussion back at the building level.
Right.
Like, hey, do you have input on?
And it becomes that, it
Yes.
does, yeah.
So would it be easy to say on the first, we send out the policies to everybody that is gonna be up for the board next meeting? So it gives them a couple of weeks to look stuff over and give input
Yeah,
in?
I think so.
And can we add, so I'm looking at our main splash page on the website. Could we add add that folder for the policy that's coming up under review for the next board meeting? Add a folder on,
Yeah.
to make that, just put it on this front page, where we have everything else. And then it makes it easier for the parents to find. What's that?
Maybe.
Maybe?
We're in the middle of updating the website platform, so. Tools we have available to put things like that on our webpage are a little bit different. We probably can, we haven't, so we have to rebuild the home pages
Yeah.
from scratch, so.
Or even if you could just put a link that's obviously on, that would be obvious on here that says upcoming policies for review, or policies for review at the next board meeting or something.
Yeah, we can do something, I can't guarantee it'll be like a folder with the list of the policies, or
Right.
it'll end up being a link or something, but we can do something.
And there won't be a list of all the policies coming up for the year. It'll
No.
just be the ones that will be up for the next
For the
meeting.
next
Right.
meeting.
Yeah, cause it takes me more than a week, you know, to
Yeah.
form it all out and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yes, I think those are all good ideas on it. So since it is a district committee, it would require your approval to dissolve the policy committee.
Anybody else got a question? Concerns, ideas? Alright, so this time, go ahead.
Has it been discussed with the committee, the possible dissolution?
Not yet, no, but I mean,
You don't think it's
all,
Yeah.
I'm
You can ask those
pretty
guys.
confident it would have at least a 90% approval of it.
It's probably gotten to the point where it's kind of down to a pretty much non-existent committee.
Well, it just gets,
Me.
and it gets hard to go, so here's how the committee works, first off, trying to get everybody here. But then you go, we've got 30 policies to go through, and in an hour, you get through one. You're
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
yeah, this isn't working.
Yeah.
So we've
I
got to
agree.
do something different with it, while still allowing the input and allowing the transparency into that.
And when I send out the policies, I'll send out, we have a policy input form. Because they can't just say, well, it's a stupid policy, they have to suggest language.
Yeah.
To go into it, so I'll send that out also with me.
Even though we say that in the meeting.
Yeah.
Alright. So who am I giving authorization to?
You're just, I guess.
We just authorizing it?
You're just dissolving the policy committee with the caveat that, policies will be sent to staff and put on our website where it's easily found. by
Readily
patrons.
available, yeah. So we'll take a motion, what she said.
We can assume that we dissolve the policy committee and of which the upcoming policies that are up for approval. A week in advance, 2 weeks in advance. Readily accessible to public and staff.
All in favor?
I,
Anyone against? All right, in lieu of transportation, James, you're up again.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, there's one request this month, and this is for a family in Pine. It's not a new request. So I would ask for your approval of the in lieu of transportation request for the family that is on fire.
So,
Which actually a 504 in the out. Chevrolet.
not gonna say.
okay, so the only question I have is, since it's a recurring request, do we have to approve it every year? Or can we just make a motion to approve it for each year that the students enroll?
No, Idaho code says it has to be. an annual
Yeah,
approval.
yeah.
Very well, okay. All right. Any questions?
Nope.
This point, we'll take a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the annual transportation request. Ryan. Chevrolet.
say,
All in favor? All right. All against? Okay, authorization to schedule additional school board training as needed, ISBA 2526.
Mr. Chairman, this is just the annual, approval that youth board group, that if there's any training that comes up, you might be interested in, that I can go ahead and schedule it.
And then, I know you've already sent out emails for convention coming up in November, so. We plan on going accordingly to let them know. So if you don't follow along.
But you already have two that can't, yes.
I'm questioning at this point.
You're questioning?
Yeah, no, I may be out of country.
And Fred,
All the time in there, all twice. Right.
All right, so I'll take a motion to approve authorization to schedule additional school board training as needed.
I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? All right. Executive session. Labor contract matters. So this time we'll take a motion for us to go to executive session to discuss contracts. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
trustee Fred,
Aye.
trustee Donahue,
Aye.
trustee Vivian,
All right.
trustee Knox absent, so Mr. Sherman.
Steve. All right, resolution to adjourn into executive session. Be it so resolved that the Board of Trustees of School District number 193 recess from an open meeting into the following executive session. Pursuant to Idaho Code Title 74, Chapter 2, Section 74-206, subsection 1, subsection J. To consider labor contract matters, Idaho Code. Be it further resolved that the following executive session, the Board of Trustees will convene in the public session for further business or adjournment of the meeting. We are in executive session.
Thanks for commenting.